hello, and happy day 14. Congratulations. We made it. We did it. We shifted. And guess what? You may not be the same as you were 13 days ago. So I want you to be proud of yourself. My name is Miladies. I am your spirit shifter here, guiding you on your journey towards self awareness. And this is day 14 for our brain dump challenge. How you feeling? It's been a good one for me. With all these challenges, I've been able to open up and share more with people on my side of the things that I lived and how I shifted through all of these trajectories, events, and peeps. Hola, hola. Yes, we made it. And so today is gonna be our last day. And I will invite you to begin to release the past. Oh my God. Fuck that. I'm not releasing the past. So let's talk about it real quick. There's some grudges that we truly don't need to be holding within us. There's some regrets, right? Well, I wish I would have never met that person, right? Nonetheless, it may be due through the pain. Now, I'm not saying today pick the largest regret, the largest grudges, or any situation that doesn't feel right and attack it today. No, like I said, there's somebody that we're not talking to anymore, and every time we see a picture, we still like they still allow you to create a reaction. So if that is happening, how can you bring peace to that area of your life that when you hear the person's name or see the person's picture, it doesn't trigger you, right? How about releasing the past you, the version of you that you no longer want to hold on to, the one that may not be financially responsible, the one that may not pick the perfect relationship, regretting to date that person or being in a space because something happened. So it still gets a little bit deep. Nonetheless, it's more of picking the one that you can, in a way, create forgiveness. Now, give me 1 second. Create forgiveness for yourself, for allowing yourself to experience that, whether it's high vibrational or low vibrational, however you look at it. But nonetheless, let's begin to let that be released out of our space so that we can be able to bring in more of that energy that we do want, rather than to have regret or resentment for people, places, or things. We can bring abundance, joy, happiness, creativity, right? Because when we hold on to certain things, we're focusing our attention on that. So, like I said, this I'm hearing right now somebody's stepmother or stepfather or whatever the case might be. If you're feeling that type of way, or you feeling that your parents can't date or they shouldn't date or whatever the case might be, is that your business? Let that go. You know, a lot of times we focus again on things that really take up our time and it don't make no sense. So, what is that one thing that's taking up your time? I remember I used to complain about my mother all the time. Oh, how's your mother doing? Oh my God, you don't even know what she. We just asked you if she was okay. And so I'll give you guys an example real quick, but I want you to pick just one. All right, so for regrets, I often dwell on past mistakes affecting my present happiness. The positive effect on this is I forgive myself for past errors, acknowledging that they've shaped who I am. if you're holding on to grudges. I hold on to resentment towards someone who hurt me in the past. Now, like I said, this can be grudges. We want to see people go through the pain that we've been through. So we hold on to that, not recognizing at times that they're not even thinking about us. The positive release on this is I choose to let go of resentment, understanding that forgiveness sets me free. And for unresolved situations, I struggle with closure from past relationships. The positive side to this is I feel, excuse me, I will find closure within myself, letting go of the need for external validation or closure. Again, at times we're waiting for somebody to tell us that they're sorry, you know, and it's just like forgive yourself. This is a hard situation because people are like, oh, I didn't do this to myself. I didn't hurt myself. I didn't choose to be here and all this other extracurricular activity. But then that puts you in this space of continuing to hurt yourself for making those choices. All right, so let's get to it. Pick that one thing, 5 minutes to write the negativity about it, but let it go. All right. That's right. We back, we back, we back. My biggest regret is not getting my accounting degree. Mm. Do you, and this is something obviously that you don't have to answer, but think about the experience that you had without your accounting degree and all the people that you met and all the jobs that you had. Do you find those experiences to not be worthwhile, or do you find those experiences being a detour towards what your soul truly came to do? Something to think about. I wrote about my releasing grudges and resentment for going crazy in 2019, and I ended up having about, I want to say, three business partners, and actually no, four. I wilded out. So there was this thing where my mom's passed away, and I did my best to fill in. So during the process of my mom passing away, I filled it in with um, seeing if I was going to be collaborating with people to raise the consciousness on earth, right? I was on that mindset, which I still am, but I wasn't using a lot of, I wasn't using discernment. I wasn't aware because of what I was going through. So I ended up partnering up with two people, and we did a lot, right? This is why I'm going to release this now, because what we did is when I was partnered up with those two people, we went through a series of going to a contest. So that meant that we had to learn how to create a business plan and collaborate and work together and find resources. So that was the beauty part about it. But at the same time, once my mom's passed away, they dropped me. So I felt like, goddamn, where the support at? So that happened. Then through that process, I met somebody else, and they was like, oh, let's partner up, let's do this, let's do that. And again, I was in that space. And when I did, I allowed myself to get taken advantage of, right? I ended up even going on a trip with this person, and this person ended up meeting their significant other on this trip. Then I realized that that was my mission. My mission was to do that because of where we went, and and I don't speak to none of these people anymore. But that again, for a while, I felt like, oh, I got taken advantage of. But I didn't realize that you were in a space where you entered into these things and kind of was like calling for this. But I'm not blaming myself or anything like that. But I'm recognizing these things. And I've been working through it for a while because we're in 2023. And then there was somebody else. Actually, yeah, there was a lot. So I wowed out with this whole partnership shit. And now that I released that energy in 2021, where I allowed myself to really relax and see where spirit wanted me to take rather than people wanting to collaborate with me, because everybody chose me. Oh, we want to work with you. Listen, so I'm releasing that today. But for the most part, that way, I can have more space for opportunities to come in. But that was something that I was holding on to for a while. And I did not speak about it because, you don't want to make other people look bad, or that's just me. Like, I just feel like, okay, you did that, and let me keep it moving because I'm not also going to give that attention to you or whatever. So, but story times is coming up next year because I definitely want to assist other people and guiding you into picking people that are going to be assisting you in the long run rather than us picking people that see that we're in a space and want to utilize that energy to help them prosper without our knowledge. So let's get into us writing the positive side about that. So whatever it is that you chose, just take a moment to write down what you would do moving forward, right? Writing a letter expressing that you may be releasing this energy at this time, or writing sentences that assist you in uplifting yourself from those choices and events that we made that we have regret or resentment. All right. And if you have a grudge that you really cannot release, just go and do some physical activity. Punch the shit out of someone. They're not worth your energy. All right. Wow. I just wanted to see, hey. I just wanted to see how many business partners I collaborated with. Um, and I just want to say thank you because there was actually seven. Listen, for me is let's collaborate, let's make this mission on earth go quicker. But the time frame was correct for whatever spirit wanted to show me. One of the main things about these partnerships that I created, they did push me to gain confidence in, okay, so I'm not doing that with you, no problem, I'm still going to do it regardless, because I know that this is the mission. Where they may not have taken those steps themselves to still take what we cultivated and push it to the next level. Once I came back to myself, did a lot of grieving in 2021. Like I said, I shut down everything. I didn't collaborate with anybody. I started coming back to self and recognizing the choices that I've been making, right? Because one of those partnerships definitely did a lot of damage in my life spiritually, right? Well, at least they tried. And you don't recognize a lot of times that when people come to you, they're more than likely one, recognizing your light depending on who you are and how you work, and then they also figuring out if there's no boundaries, how far they could go, right? So, and that's in relationships as well. That's in when you're with your boss, right? There might have been a boss that didn't pay you the way you wanted to get paid, so now you holding a grudge. And all the reality, the story behind things is for us to stand up for ourselves, for us to recognize who is in front of us, and to take our time when it comes to getting to know people. All right. I did learn a lot, and I just recognize right now that it was seven people. So I am going to be doing some more healing on this. But I recognize that I was meant to guide people on that journey rather than me to partner up with them. And once I realized that, I began to just collaborate with people for a small period of time, short term, not long term partnerships. And no, short term, what you want to work on, I but and then I also stopped working with a lot of people. So it does put a damp sometimes on your process if you look at it that way, or you can look at it from a way that it has inspired you to push forward and know that you can still assist yourself by learning these experiences and recognize them so that you don't get into it again. So yes, every time that I was partnering up, it was a lesson. It was like, oh, that didn't happen at that one, but it happened. There goes the lesson. So I'm very self aware, but nonetheless, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to go through these lessons. So I want to continue to ask you to come back, right? Check out the rest of the days. 2024 is coming up. For those of you who celebrate the new year, you'll be able to start fresh again if you would like to, whether if it's the 30-day gratitude, the 21-day affirmation, or this 14-day brain dump. We've definitely done a lot if you're one of those who have done all three challenges. So this is our time towards now December to relax and to allow ourselves to really go back to these notes and see what we wrote, and be proud of ourselves for showing up, be proud of ourselves for releasing, being proud of ourselves for recognizing, being proud of ourselves for everything that we have done up to this time, because you did that shit. You deserve it. You shifted, you recognized, and for some stuff you let go, other stuff you're working on it. We're not saying that this is gonna happen, overnight. But now you have tools that's going to help you either stop an energy vampire, recognize where you're allowing yourself to walk into spaces, places, and things that may not serve you. But then you also have this cute little pocket in the back of your head where you have all these positive affirmations, positive outlooks on life, and you can dig into that and flip shit around. Remember to take a breath, reaction is something that we want to work on so that we don't get triggered by other people. Because we still gonna get triggered. Happy Venus Day. It's okay. This is actually going to help me do my year end self assessment. And let me tell you, Trace, I'm proud of you. Thank you for going through this process and really digging deep. You know, some of us may not have money for counseling, may not have money for therapy. This is where you take initiative to become your own therapist for the moment and analyze yourself so that you can know what type of help do you really need. Maybe you didn't need a therapist and you just needed a few meditation classes to help you calm the mind down so you can release and let go. Investigate yourself. Let me know in the comments. I love y'all so much. Keep checking out the channel. There's so much stuff that's gonna be coming up. You guys inspired me to recreate my 2024 and what we're gonna show up and do. So I really care about y'all. Let me leave a message. Fuck them hoes. Nice. Don't let nobody. I got my nose, y'all. Sorry. All right. So it's allow yourself to be treated how you deserve by choosing to engage with people, places, and things that are here to raise your vibration on Earth. Will I be talking about Jupiter? In what sense? I talked about Jupiter in the past, and Jupiter is going to be in Taurus until 2024, about April 2024. Um, but I'm gonna do something today and I'm gonna do something this weekend when it comes to astrology. So check that out. I got you. All right. I love you so much. And I'll see you guys in December. We got another challenge. This one is more relaxing. Stay tuned.